So welcome back guys, Saturday 16th of April. We're just going to do a little update. So starting off on the plot, this is not mine now actually, it's the new tenants, and I don't know if you can see but they're actually quite busy. They're making their own mark, which is nice to see. Hope they don't mind me just filming this, but they've made this wonderful new little patio area, and yeah, lovely jubbly. Any stuff going on in the greenhouse there, and they've filled up a bit of a herb bed here, some strawberries. So I was just looking at the blossom. I think it's going to be another good year if we get a good set. Seems to be a heck of a lot of blossom. I mean, just look at the number of fruit spurs. I mean, there's too many to be honest, but it's absolutely loaded. I think I'm going to come back and try and get a shot of this when it's all the blossoms full out, because it'd be absolutely stunning. Anyway, right, these are my strawberries. They're looking good. Just a quick look in the greenhouse. The overwintering lettuce, you can see they're going to seed now, but I've still been picking them. The leaves are fine, they're not bitter or anything. And these ones here have not even gone to seed. They're just absolutely amazing. Those are the Brune d'Hiver, I think. Yeah, that's a Lolo Rosso that's gone to seed. And you can see the seed heads here. But they've done absolutely really well. I harvested some spring onions yesterday, overwintering there. They were good. What we got in here, these are the grafts that I did. And it looks to me like this one's just coming. So that would mean 100% success rate with those. And again, you know, if you see growth, a lot of growth, eventually I'll just nip that off so it doesn't compete with the scion growth. So here's another example here. That's the scion growth there. That one's coming out the rootstock. If we just swap it, so we want to just rub that off. Don't allow it to grow. And then at some point I'll come back and we'll carefully remove the tape and what have you. And this one, when that flowers, I'll just carefully snip the flowers off, because we don't want that to try and set fruit or anything like that. These are the fig cuttings. They're looking pretty good. That one's shooting up there. Just nothing on this one yet, but that doesn't mean to say there won't be. And some of the strawberries in here, of course, because it's warmer, are flowering. So you can see that the kale is running to seed, but actually, and somebody told me this 2 or 3 years back, you can actually eat these just the same as you do with the sprouting broccoli over there. And there you are, you can see where I've harvested some on these two plants here. And they are absolutely delicious. They just taste the same as sprouting broccoli, but there's so much of it. Even though I'm trying to give some of it away, I can't keep on top of it. But yeah, so actually that gave me a thought. I was thinking, well, if you can use these just the same as sprouting broccoli, why not just use those? You know, harvest the leaves through the year, and then when they come up to bolt, you know, just eat those as broccoli. Because to be honest with you, I won't have room in the new system for broccoli. It does take up a lot of ground for a long period of time. So anyway, that's what I was thinking. So the elephant garlic's looking good. Those are the last of the shallots from up at home. I've run out of space there, so I've just shoved them in there. I've got 2 beds of potatoes, so what's that, 8 rows in all. There was Rocket, Nicola, and my mate gave me a few just to make up the bed, so I don't know what they are. So 3 varieties in total. And just thought I'd show you this. You can see where I've cut the central flower head out. Then of course, you know, you get side shoots. But you can see where the wood pigeons kind of tend to sit on here and then just help themselves to pecking at the leaves. You can see where they've been pecked at. and here they sit on this one and then peck at all the shoots, but there's so many, you know, it actually hasn't really bothered things at all really. So in what was the carrot frame, well, a carrot frame, but I've decided just to plant some lettuces, so that's so as the overwintering ones are finishing, hopefully these will succeed, so we've got this kind of a continuity. So they're Lolo Rosso, they're doing okay. I've sown a few little rows of rocket in the other side, but there's nothing through yet. And then this bed here, I'm just probably going to do squash. I've sown some crown prince squash up at home. And then finally just this bed here, these were just what was left again from when I planted up at home there. So it's a couple of shallots, some multi-sown beets, that's chard there, multi-sown chard, and a couple of pots of multi-sown stew on onions. So I probably will fill that bed up with something else. Right guys, so now that's pretty much it for this update on this plot, so I'll take you over to the micro-orchard and have a look what's going on over there. Okay guys, over on the micro-orchard, you can see I've just mowed the grass actually. Gooseberries are in flower. I'm just having a little walk around, again looking like lots of blossom. Seen a lot of bumblebees around, but not so many honeybees. Although it has warmed up quite substantially this last few days. Rhubarb's looking well. I've had a crop of that already. Probably take some more over the weekend. Looking pretty good. One or two dandies in there. Need to try and get them out if possible. And then this row of comfrey. That's looking really good. That's going exactly to plan. That's what I wanted, a wall, but you know what I mean, of comfrey right down as far as possible. Primroses are gorgeous. They just self-seed. I just let them seed themselves around, and really nice to see. Just looking. That was the standard rows we moved from up at home. No sign of life yet, but I remain hopeful. And this was the rows that I planted a couple of weeks ago. And I don't know if you can make that out, but I can definitely see signs of growth there, which is amazing. That's fantastic. The plum blossom has been and gone, so time will tell whether or not what sort of fruit set we get. And then spinning you round, let's have a look at these. These are the pear trees that I reworked, and so you can see on that one there's definitely green shoot there, green shoot there. We had a frost. We've had a few frosts actually, so it's possible that some of those buds could have been damaged. But anyway, we've got a couple growing there. The others might come back. Looking over in this one, it looks a little bit better. Definitely growth here. That one there. Two buds growing on this one. On that one there, that one there. And looks like they're breaking here, so it's looking good. It's looking good. And it's actually in blossom right now. That was the variety. This is Concord, so that's all Concord scions in there. And then just on the fruit bed here, those are the summer fruiting canes, and these are the autumn raspberries coming up. See where I put the horse muck on. These are the black currant cuttings I took probably late October, early November. And again, I'm not sure if the camera will pick this up, but you can see it's little flowers here. So what I'm going to do at some point in the next few days is come back with a pair of very fine nose scissors or something, and I'm just going to remove those, because the primary aim is to make root growth, make a good strong root system. We don't want it to try and make fruit, it's just going to exhaust it. here, and again if you can make that out, is asparagus. Just a nice tip emerging from there. I think there's about 3. And you can see the new growth coming here. And then looking down, I just want to give you a shot of the developing hedge. Not sure how well that. We'll come back to this in a couple of months' time or something, but I've still got some more to add to it. But it's looking good. I've acquired some more pallets. I've been told you can't burn these dyed ones. It's something to do. It's some kind of insecticide to stop bugs attacking the wood. But if you burn it, it gives off toxic fumes. So I'm going to build another pallet bin, I think. So those were the most recent pallet bins I constructed. So I was weighing it up, and I've definitely got room for another 1 or possibly 2. This ground isn't used really for anything, so I don't see any harm in using those pallets to kind of extend it, because you really, it's handy to have storage facilities, you know. And these blocks and bricks were the sort of most decent ones that came out of the fireplace. There's no point in wasting good materials like that either. So I'm just going to conclude this video with a little shot here of the cold frame, which is kind of like a nursery. So these are the Albertine roses I took from cuttings, so they're coming into their 2nd year now. I'll put a link up somewhere to show you how I did those cuttings if you're interested. And all these fruit trees, these are 2-year-olds now, so you can see that they've got flower buds on. That's fine. Most of them are, well, they're all growing. Some are just later coming into leaf than others, and there's a couple at the end that I need to rebud or regraft at some. Well, it's too late for grafting. I'll have to have a go at bud grafting them. I just forgot about this other part of the little nursery here. So these are mostly damson suckers that I dug up. Again, there's a video somewhere on that one if you look in the playlist. They're all growing. That one's a cob nut hazel, and then of course the little yew seedlings. I just dig them up when I find them and pot them up, and then they can go into my yew hedge at the top there. So these damson suckers, I'll show you where they're going to go. So this stretch along here is hazel, cob nuts. Then there's a damson there. So the plan is to sort of fill that bit with damsons. There's 2 more hazel down there. I'll probably put the 3rd one down there. And then just going back up, there's a section of yew just at the top there, so those others can sort of go in there. So it's come along really nicely. Yeah, can't grumble at all. Okay guys, thanks very much as always for watching. I do appreciate your kind comments and your support, and I'll catch up with you very soon. Bye for now.